Have you ever been afraid you might never become who you could be? For years, becoming the artist of my dreams has always felt completely possible. Not easy, but possible. I can see it in my future so clearly, surrounded by original paintings, doing commissions, selling my work, and sharing everything I learned with you. Dreaming about this is very exciting, but there's also a sense of safety when your dreams are something that will happen to you in the future. Because as long as that's the case, you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to measure your progress, and you don't have to test whether or not you actually have what it takes. In your head, you see the potential, and you're already successful because of it. Think about it. Anytime anyone has ever complimented you, saying that you have potential to do the things you love, it already feels like you're accomplishing something. Potential is impressive, it's promising, and it's safe. Because eventually, if you do decide to dedicate yourself to your potential, everything changes. The dream stops being this perfect future version of yourself, and it becomes something real. Something you can actually fail at. Something that asks for your evenings, your weekends, your energy when you're already tired. Then it becomes uncomfortable, because this ugly voice shows up, doubting yourself. Are you sure you have what it takes for this? When you stop dreaming and start acting, you can clearly see the time, the energy, and the patience being who you want to be will require from you. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. But you have a choice. You can either step back into your potential, where it's safe, impressive, and untested, or you can accept that it's going to be hard and go after it anyway. I don't want to be someone who has always had potential. I want to be someone who tried. But I've realized something uncomfortable about myself. It's easy for me to believe I can become the artist I dream of being when I see results. When someone compliments my work, when I can point at something and say, look, I'm getting better. That part's easy. The thing is, results take time and dedication. So when the progress is slow, when no one's watching, when I'm tired after work and the only person pushing me forward is me, that's when the doubt creeps in. And suddenly that ugly voice comes back, saying things like, maybe you don't actually have what it takes, or it seems so easy for other people. And I think this is something we don't talk about enough. Even the artists we admire, even your dream artist, they've all had moments when they've doubted themselves, where they thought maybe they weren't good enough. The difference is they didn't let that voice make any decisions for them. And I think that's the uncomfortable truth. The hardest part about becoming the artist I want to be isn't actually learning how to paint. It's learning how to keep believing I can do it. Even if it takes a long time, even if there's no proof yet. Because if you stop believing it's possible, you'll stop doing the work that could make it possible one day. Believing in yourself isn't really about feeling confident all the time. Because confidence is fragile. It comes and goes depending on how things are going, on how tired you are, or whether or not you see results. But chasing a dream that matters to you can't depend on a feeling that is this unreliable. And once I realized this, I started asking myself a different question. Not, am I good enough, but did I show up? Did I take one step closer to the artist I want to become? Because truly believing in yourself isn't something you magically feel before you start. It's something that you build slowly, with every action you take, every drawing, every study, every time you choose to keep going, even when the doubt is crushing. The more evidence you give to yourself that you're willing to show up, the quieter that ugly voice becomes. It doesn't fully go away, but you can learn how to support yourself through the doubt. So, when that ugly voice starts doubting you, what do? How do you keep going when you're not feeling confident? That's something I've been trying to figure out for myself, and a few things have really helped me with that. One thing that helps me is keeping small promises to myself. I try to show up for my art every day. But instead of making huge commitments that overwhelm me, I make them manageable. If I'm too busy or too tired, I'll tell myself, just show up for 45 minutes. That's it. And I try my best to keep that promise. Because every time I do, I'm proving something to myself. I'm proving that I can rely on myself. And that kind of self-trust becomes much stronger than any motivation could ever be. Another thing that has helped me a lot is reminding myself that I already am the artist I want to be. Not because I have the results yet, but because I made the decision. I'm showing up, I'm studying, I'm doing the work, I'm sharing it with you. The results might take time to catch me up, but I am already who I want to be. And that change in perspective helped me a lot. Because instead of constantly asking myself, am I good enough yet? I get to ask something much simpler. Did I show up as the person that I want to be today? But the thing that really helped me see all of this differently came to me while watching the movie Soul. In the movie, the main character believes his entire purpose in life is to become a successful musician. He thinks that once he finally gets that one big moment, everything else will make sense. But when he finally achieves the dream he's been chasing his whole life, nothing changes. Life just keeps going. And he realizes something really beautiful. Your passion isn't your purpose. It's your spark. It's the thing that makes you feel alive. And that really moved me because it reminded me that becoming the artist I dream of being isn't supposed to be something that makes my life heavier or fills me with constant pressure. It's supposed to make my life richer, more joyful, more meaningful. And even if I never get there, I'm still enough as I am today. Sometimes you forget this when you're chasing something that really matters to you. You start thinking that you have to prove something, like you need to become someone else before you can feel proud of yourself. But I'm realizing that this is not the case at all. I think believing in yourself isn't this thing that suddenly appears one day. I think it's something that grows little by little, choice by choice, every time you sit down and try again. Even if it's just for 15 minutes. Even if you're tired and that ugly voice in your head is telling you that you're not good enough. Because every time you show up, you're proving something to yourself. I think that's the difference between someone with potential and someone willing to try. Not one big moment, but a lot of small ones.